Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 21st edition of the New York Indian Film Festival. I am Suman Golamuri, Executive Director for the Indo American Arts Council, the nonprofit arts organization that runs the film festival. This year's virtual edition is powered by Movie Saints, and it runs June 4th to June 13th, featuring 58 films and celebrating the breadth of Indian cinema with films in 15 languages. New York Indian Film Festival tickets for all the films can be purchased at nyiff.moviesaints.com. That's knife.moviesaints.com, with our festival hashtag being hashtag NYIFF. The film festival, in addition to these spectacular films with a great lineup, it also includes exclusive question and answers with the directors, one of which we have here today, the conversation with filmmakers associated with the Marathi films that we are showing at Knife. All of these films are now available and you can go ahead and buy them. Now, let me introduce to you Umesh Vinay Kulkarni, who is a film director. He is an alumnus of the Film and Television Institute of India, and he's also a multiple national award winner, winning the Best Debut Director for his short film Girni, and also for his feature film. It received the Best Film Award in the year 2011. He's also known for the Marathi films such as Valu, Viher, Duel, and The Highway. And his films have been shown at the film festival, the New York Indian Film Festival. So he's no stranger to this one. Welcome, Umesh. Welcome to the panel.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And I leave it to you. I know we have an incredible panel today of all our Marathi filmmakers here waiting to join this conversation. I can't wait to watch the rest of the conversation. So go ahead and thank you for doing this. Thank you for giving us your valuable time. And thank you to all the filmmakers who are included today in this conversation.
Thank you so much. So let's kind of see all the filmmakers and let's start the conversation because I think thank you for also giving me this opportunity because all these filmmakers are my friends and but because of the pandemic I'm not being able to meet them for long. So this gives also for me an opportunity to interact with them and I could see their films. So can we have everybody on screen like Chitranjan, Surud, Akshay, Trushant, Vaibhav, Nachiket. Welcome to this discussion, this meeting. Though it's virtual, at least we can see each other, and I'm really happy that I can meet you though virtually. So first of all, really like congratulations for completing these wonderful films, and I think what this whole time is very difficult, and films what they do is they bring people together, and I think that's a great potential of a film that it brings people from different different mindsets, different stratas together, and that's why perhaps I think we also make films because it gives us an opportunity to meet different people and show our films, interact with people all around the world, and that's why these film festivals are also important. So welcome to this kind of panel discussion. But we all are Marathi, but let's try to kind of speak in English, and sometimes if you feel like speaking in Marathi, please just don't feel shy and go ahead and speak in Marathi. I don't know who to start with, but let's. I think 2 or 3 films from this 5-film slot. They are first films of filmmakers. First films are very precious kind of things because it's always very important to crack that and to make that first feature film because no one on earth believe that you can make a feature film and you only feel that you can make a feature film and then you get support of like many other like your friends or families, everybody, and then they kind of push you to make your first film. So I think Trushant, it's your first film. Giri sir, it's your first film, and Surud and Vaibhav, it's your first film as well. So we'll start with you, गिरी. आपने मतलब आप एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन एक्टर हो and you have been acting in Marathi films. You have been acting in several kind of other films and other things. And how come you like thought of, you're also interested in writing? I remember we spoke about one script in our office once, and you wanted to write something. It was a completely different story, which was very close to your own setting where you grew up. And so, how did you think of making a Marathi film when your mother tongue is not actually Marathi? And what brings you to become a director?
इतने इतने अच्छे अच्छे डायरेक्टर्स के बीच में मैं एज एन एक्टर काम करने वाला बैठा हूँ, ये तो मुझे मतलब अपने आप में बहुत मैं कॉन्शियस हूँ कि पता नहीं ये सारे लोग कभी ना कभी मैं इनके साथ एज एन एक्टर काम करूँगा। आज मैं डायरेक्टर के तौर पे बैठा हुआ हूँ। सो मुझे बेसिकली फिल्म के कोई भी एरिया हो, उसका राइटिंग हो, चाहे वो एडिटिंग हो, चाहे कुछ भी हो, मुझे बहुत मजा आता है, मैं एंजॉय करता हूँ। तो मेरे माइंड में पिछले जब हमने इसके पहले स्क्रिप्ट मैंने लिखी थी, मैंने 3 स्क्रिप्ट लिख दी, और वो इसलिए लिख दी कि मुझे मेन रोल करना था। तो कोई मुझसे ये कहता था कि अरे मैं तुझे मेन रोल दे रहा हूँ, तो तू एक काम कर, एक स्क्रिप्ट ऐसा आइडिया ऐसे कुछ कर दो। तो मैं फटाफट मुझे रोल करना है और मैं लिख देता, और फिर मैं उसको फोन करता था, तो वो बनती नहीं थी फिल्म। फिर मैं और लोगों को ढूंढता था कि उमेश को चलो सुना देते हैं, शायद वो बना दे, चलो इसको सुना देते। तो इस तरह करते करते मेरे दिमाग में फिर ये उपजने लगा कि मुझे अपना कुछ करना है, जिस तरह से मैं सिनेमा देखता हूँ, और उसी तरीके को ध्यान में रखते, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ काम किया मैंने, और मुझे बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला अलग अलग लोगों से। तो करते करते मैंने एक अपनी भाषा जो है ना ढूंढने की कोशिश की कि मैं कैसे कम में, पैसा नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, फिर भी मैं कैसे फिल्म बनाऊं, और मुझे सिर्फ फिल्म बनाना है, मुझे वो प्रोसेस एंजॉय करना है। और जैसे मैं सच्चा रहता हूँ एक्टिंग में, वैसे ही मुझे फिल्म में सच्चाई दिखाई देनी चाहिए मेरे। मुझे ये नहीं बताना है कि देखो मैं कितना अच्छा डायरेक्टर हूँ, मैं मोमेंट्स कैसे क्रिएट करता हूँ। मैं एक एक्टर हूँ और एक कैरेक्टर के साथ एक जगह एंटर कर रहा हूँ, और उसमें क्या हो रहा है मुझे वो देखना है। तो ये प्रोसेस जो है एक्टर का ही था, जो कहीं ना कहीं शिफ्ट हुआ डायरेक्टर में। मैं नियति से डायरेक्टर नहीं, मैं अंदर से एक्टर हूँ। तो मैं जब भी लिखता हूँ तो कैरेक्टर लिखता हूँ मैं, और मैं खुद को देखता हूँ उसमें कि मैं कैसे जी रहा हूँ, मैं कैसे, मेरा इंटरनल काम कर रहा है, कैसे एक्सटर्नल काम कर रहा है। इन्हीं सब चीजों से मैं घूमते घूमते ये अवकाश तक पहुंचा हूँ। तो अगर शॉर्ट में कहूँ तो ये है जर्नी।
आपकी पहली फिल्म का जो टाइटल है अवकाश, ये मुझे बहुत बेहद पसंद है, और आपका जो पहला शॉट है, और जिस तरीके से वो पहला शॉट आपका आता है और वो अवकाश ये टाइटल आता है, वो काफी खूबसूरत है। तो ये टाइटल एक बहुत अच्छी एक ये होती है फिल्म की, मतलब जो फिल्म के बारे में भी बताता है और फिल्म को देखने का एक रास्ता भी बताता है। तो वैसे ही वो एक रास्ता बताने वाली जो दुशांत की फिल्म है, और उसका नाम जॉलीवुड है। तो ये जॉलीवुड एकदम एक थोड़ा सा चौंका देने वाला नाम भी है दुशांत, और एक क्यूरियोसिटी भी एक तैयार करता है। और तो आप पहले से आप भी मतलब फिल्म ये इसमें हो, मतलब you're already a part of this whole film making kind of process, but you were not directing, and then you thought of directing a film. So what made you direct this film, and particularly Hollywood, and what is your association with this subject?
So actually, हेलो, मेरा आवाज आ रहा है? सो हॉलीवुड बनाने के पहले क्या हुआ था कि मैं फिल्म जो हिंदी फिल्म से उन सारी चीजों में असोसिएट हुआ करता था, आणि सॉरी मी मराठीत बोलतो, आणि जेव्हा मग मी लिहायला लागलो आणि जेव्हा मी डिरेक्ट करण्यासाठी फिरत होतो, तर त्यावेळेस खूप गोष्टी अशा होत्या की मी याच्या आधी काही केलं नाहीये. तर मला पहिली भीती अशी होती की प्रोड्युसर भेटणार आहे का, कारण त्यात कुणी असा नामवंत कलावंत नाहीये, किंवा मी ज्या सब्जेक्ट वरती करतोय तो सब्जेक्ट किती लोकांना आवडेल नाही आवडेल, तर हा लोकांचा पर्स्पेक्टिव्ह होता. पण मी जेव्हा ठरवलं की मला झाडीपट्टीवरती फिल्म बनवायची आहे आणि ती तिथल्याच लोकांना घेऊन करायची आहे, पण ही जर्नी खूप टफ होती. म्हणजे ॲज अ डिरेक्टर म्हणून काम करताना, पहिल्या फिल्मला काम करताना मी या स्क्रिप्टचे 200 नरेशन्स दिले आणि त्या 200 नरेशन्स मध्ये मी खूप काही शिकत गेलो. म्हणजे वेगवेगळ्या पद्धतीचे लोक भेटत गेले आणि ते शिकवत गेले. तर त्याच्यामुळे मला वाटतं की या रिजेक्शनमुळेच ही फिल्म तयार झाली आणि ही फिल्म आता इथे.
Every rejection makes you more energetic, and you kind of start, it gives you energy to fight back more and fight back harder, because then you like someone saying that, oh, perhaps you will be able to make this film, perhaps you won't be able to make this film. That kind of triggers some kind of energy also. It's very like beautiful to say that every rejection kind of makes you push yourself harder, and it's very important. So,
Yes.
Coming to Surup and Vaibhav, we are very close to June. We are just like, we'll be entering June in a while. And this whole, there was a film called October, which came like a few years back, like 3-4 years back. And then this June, of course, it's in a way there is this association of monsoon entering our state, and there is change of season. So when you think of like the name, the title of your film, it really kind of gives you that there's something new which is going to come, like some kind of monsoon, some kind of rain, some kind of fresh breathe, fresh fragrance is going to come. And I think that's this name was already kind of like attached to this story. How did you get the story? And you were also producing films before, so what makes you again thinking of directing a film, or was that always the dream? And the co-direction, because you've directed the film together, which is, I think, like a completely very, very difficult task. So how you manage that? If you both can talk about this. Maybe Surud, you can start, and then Vaibhav, you can continue.
Yeah, hi. First of all, hi everyone. It's really nice to be with all of you. I've been seeing everyone's work in different capacities, and it's nice to be here. So first, what you mentioned about me producing and then getting into direction. For me, whether it was producing or whether it was editing, which is what my basic education is, it has always been about storytelling, and all these different sides, all sides of the same cube, if you can call it. So for me, it was always a certain project would excite a producer in me, it would excite maybe a writer in me, and it would excite maybe a director in me. So I have never decided that I want to do only one thing. Even now that I've directed, I would love to produce something if something great comes up, which I feel that, okay, I cannot direct this, someone else can, but I can support that vision. So for me, it is about storytelling primarily, and then whatever hat you decide to wear, it was always about that. But yes, directing was a challenge that I think everyone wants to take up at some point in their career, because you want to tell your story the way you want to tell it. We were really fortunate that we had, this was a June in a way is a coming together of friends, because all of us have been working together for many years, again in different capacities, be it Vaibhav, be it Nikhil, people in the direction team, the producing team, the actors. We've been knowing each other for many years. So it was a nice coming together of friends for us. And about the name of June and what that signifies, where that came up, I think I'd like to share that and let Vaibhav address that part of the conversation.
I think Umesh sir himself has told everything that we wanted from the name to be coming to the audiences or the people who will watch. For the people who are watching this, hi, I'm Vaibhav.
Maybe you can be a little louder, because I think your voice is a little less audible.
Oh, okay. About the name part, I'm saying I think the way Umesh sir has already maybe mentioned the main points that we wanted to highlight from the title of the film. So yeah, it is about new beginnings. It is about the rains. It is about uh, a certain uh, season that we await for in especially the state that we live in. Uh, Apart from that, I think there was this thing that sir has mentioned about the co-direction part. I think me and Surud, I think I know Surud since the days of Baji. I was an assistant director on it. I was doing clap, and Surud was a producer on it. I think we bonded since then, and it was just giving each other the ideas, the stories to be discussed. How do we want to project it ahead? Going ahead together, would we want to be together, associated again and again? And I think that stayed with us. Just to give an example to our Marathi audience, how Girish sir and Umesh sir are to each other. I think it is very similar, the kind of bond that we have. So has a lot of ideas. I like to like you mentioned, थोड़ा difficult होता है कि co-direction में काफी सारी चीजें, काफी सारे मतभेद हो सकते हैं, difference of opinion आ सकते हैं, तो वो भी मेरे सूरत में काफी सारे हैं, पर उसी से शायद हम जुड़े और उसी से शायद एक साथ आए और उसी से जून बना. Also, I don't know what more to say. I think we covered.
Can I just add one thing?
Please.
The one thing which made the co-direction easy was that we weren't on different planets in terms of our taste of what we want to make. The entire team, in fact, was on the same planet. They knew exactly what is the direction that we are taking. So even with Vaibhav and me, yes, there were differences of opinions, but those were minor. On a larger scale, because we like the same kinds of films, we speak the same language when it comes to what we want to do. That didn't come up as an issue. The larger sense didn't come up as the issue. Small, minor things are all very subjective, so of course they come up. But we had like a fantastic DOP, Kes Vasik, who sometimes acted like the veto vote, and we also had Rohit, who was our associate. And when you have someone like Nikhil on set, then that also helps. I mean, you'd be foolish to not take suggestions from him too. So as I was saying, it was in a way really a collaborative effort from the entire team.
Yeah. So Nachiket, you have made films before, and Akshay, I think you're also I think it's your third film or fourth film.
Yeah, it's a third film. Officially, second feature film and third docu, and one was docu.
Yeah, and Nachiket, you have also made films, feature films before. So one film before. Yeah. So let's would like to hear it from you, Nachiket. That many times it's been said that like first film is kuch na kuch karke ban jati hai, but it's very difficult to make the second film because it's the first film, a lot of people support you, and then they kind of push that drive, and then they make it happen. And how was your struggle with Habaddi? And this is, I think, a completely different film than what you have made as your first film. So, what is your in that sense? What were you kind of searching for when you were making Habaddi?
Habaddi I had written before I made Gacchi, actually. Not entirely, but the idea was there in my head. So I don't know. I know that people say that, but getting the second film greenlit was actually pretty easy. The making of every film has its own challenges because there's the budget, there's the number of days you shoot in, and all kinds of things. But those are challenges that are enjoyable because in the first film, getting it greenlit, like getting your first film made, is such a big challenge that after all that, the small challenges that you face on set, you start enjoying those challenges because the major challenge is behind you, basically. So that was what the case was. Habaddi had its own challenges. We were shooting in a place. Weber was there with me. Weber was in the team, and we had a very close-knit team. we were shooting in a place which had no access, no cell phone access. We had to climb on top of a hill, which was like a 20-30 minute climb. We had to carry, all of us were carrying stuff on our shoulders up to that location. So it had that challenge. I was working with kids for the first time, so that was challenging. But like I said, these are all enjoyable challenges because just the pleasure of getting the opportunity to make a film is so huge that these challenges kind of fade off in front of that. So it was nice.
Great. Akshay, this Sthala Puranam, again, like the title, which is very catchy. I love your titles. Even Trija is also something which I had liked as a title. And you're always trying to explore a certain kind of a form in your film, which is also exciting. So how did this the theme of Sthala Puranam, is it something which is close to your own story? Are there any autobiographical elements to it, or how did this idea come to you?
I would say it is semi-autobiographical fiction, I would call it. Like I feel like the cinema in which I believe should always come from autobiographical elements. There are few things, few memories, few events which are always with you. Like Sthala Puranam's idea started with a boy who is searching for his soul or something, so soulmate, we can say, and he's trying to explore a new space in an unknown region. And it started with the idea that I've grown up in a space of desert land, Solapur, which is a very area which don't have that much rain. So wanted to explore a rainy part of the Maharashtra region, so which is a Konkan region. And then it started with my own memories of my childhood. Like we have one very old house where we like our father and grandfather, they don't let us enter in that house. So it started with that, what will be there if I go and enter in that zone. So it started with that small element, and was trying, like in my first film, I've tried to look at the world through a contemporary or through a my age character, like 25-year-old characters, and a perspective through his age, but wanted to something explore through a child's perspective, how it can be. It will be a culmination of reality to images to dream to exploration to the new spaces. So it was quite a fascinating thing for me to go into my own memories and build a fictional world around those memories, which is a culmination of autobiography and fiction. So I would not call it directly autobiographical, but I would call it a semi-autobiographical fiction. Yeah.
Let's mostly, like in all these new forums where you have to introduce your films, you have to say something about your film in 2 lines, and I've found it very, very difficult. But it's difficult to say. I think it's easy to ask this question. So if you have to introduce your film in say 2-3 lines, what is that gist of your film? What are you trying to explore in your film? If you can talk about it, गिरी सर, आप कह सकते हैं आपकी फिल्म का एक 2-3 लाइन में आप क्या कहोगे आपकी फिल्म के बारे में?
नहीं, ये एक ऐसे कहें कि स्पेस और औरत, उनकी जगह कैसे बदल जाती है कि एक आप अगर माँ के साथ हैं तो वो आपका घर है, ससुराल चले जाते हैं तो मायका हो जाता है। तो ये जो कहानी है एक औरत के सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन की, या उसके एक जर्नी की, जिसमें एक औरत की कहानी नहीं है, उसके जरिए 4 औरतें घर में और हैं जो दिखाई नहीं देती। तो ये एक औरत की यात्रा है जो उसको कुछ अपने अंदर और बाहर दुनिया का नजरिया एक नए तरीके से देखने बताती है। ऐसा मुझे लगता है।
Okay, Trushant.
हाँ सर, हॉलीवुड जो है वो लव, रिस्पेक्ट, कल्चर, सोसाइटी, सो बेसिकली तो ये फिल्म जो है वो कल्चर के ऊपर ही है। सो लोगों को ये कल्चर पता नहीं है। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये कल्चर लोगों तक पहुंचना चाहिए। मतलब ये महाराष्ट्र का कल्चर, विदर्भ का कल्चर होके भी महाराष्ट्र में अभी तक पता नहीं है। सो आई जस्ट वांट टू एक्सप्लोर माय कल्चर टू द वर्ल्ड एंड और उसमें सारी चीजें है ही। मतलब अगर कल्चर आता है तो सोसाइटी आती है, समाज आता है, लव आता है, रिस्पेक्ट आता है। सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट दिस।
Nachiket.
You are right when you said it's difficult to express your film in like 2 lines, and I've been really bad historically at writing log lines also, because I think they're too restrictive. But I won't give you a log line. Basically, the protagonist of the film, I knew that character since I was a kid. Okay, so I had family in this village in Karnataka, this quaint little village. I used to visit every summer vacations, and I had family there. And there was this kid there who kind of later on became the protagonist of the film. But he was this really smart kid, an orphan, had an engineering brain, liked to repair things, was in love with a girl older than him, and I used to hear about his adventures all the time, and they were like these fanciful adventures, and they used to seem like fantasies to me at that age, and that is the only thing I've tried to capture. So the perspective is probably of a little kid, because that's how I remember those kissas, basically. So that is what I've tried to capture in the film, maybe.
Yeah, but I think it in a way appears in the film that there is something that is coming from some kind of experiential truths and not something just designed as an idea. So I think that association of yours with that story in a way comes out. It's also very colorful. It's also kind of, you're trying to create this whole color palette, which is how kids see colors, perhaps how this whole magic real and
a lot of credit given to the DOP as well. I mean, Riju Das, you know him, he shot the film. So we painted the whole village blue because we kind of wanted this cool background and warm faces. So we experimented a lot with these kind of things also. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Vaibhav, what is because these log lines, whenever these people ask, I really feel that what can you say about a film in a log line? You know, like it's very tough thing, and why should we say it? Also, that's another thing. But once I got this opportunity several years back, I was in that short film and documentary festival in Bombay, and then Zanussi, like one of very important filmmakers, so he had come, and then I went to him with some courage, and I asked him, why don't you come, there is a film they're showing my film, like a short film. So he said, yeah, tell me about your film in one line. And it just suddenly like so I started telling him like the whole story, like very enthusiastic, didn't know what to actually say. And then I said the whole story, and then he just said the whole story in one line, and that was my film. So he was actually telling me that what is the gist of your film, and it suddenly kind of made me think that we should really be able to kind of say what exactly it is, what is it that our film wants to in a way communicate. So Vaibhav, what is it for you? Like how would you describe it?
For me, since its conception and inception with Surod and Nikhil, I think it was always about depicting, which is somehow left out of focus in the society, which is important and which is supposed to be noticed. All the imbalances, all the, so I think it's very log line-ish, if I want to put it, because we've been putting that log line in every festival that we're putting the film in. And I would like to say it's about two guilt-driven souls who happen to meet each other, and then they heal each other. So that's a very patent logline that we are putting it out. But I think it is more about depicting, it's a little trivial things that need to be in focus, that need to be answered, they need to be heard. I think that is what it is about. Surud,
Your film, Surud, is you are like born and brought up in Pune, and you're telling a story of someone who is stuck in a small place like Aurangabad, like the whole, like the kind of society and this thing of like wanting to go out and surpass this like small pond like place. So how did you relate to this story in terms of like there is this, of course, what Vaibhav said is true. It's about these two wounded souls, about guilt, about carrying the guilt. But it's also, in another level, it's also about staying in a small place and wanting to kind of go out. And obviously, like Nikhil comes from Aurangabad. How you kind of like related to it? Like what is the connection between like also being in a small place and this main story that you have? What is that connection which you were trying to explore in these things?
Yeah, so as far as growing up is concerned, I did not grow up in a place like Aurangabad. So of course there was I had that initial I wouldn't say disconnect, but I couldn't get the Gabha perfectly. But when we went to Aurangabad once before the film, I exactly got what Nikhil was there, because the idea of getting in Aurangabad into the story was Nikhil's idea as a writer of setting it in a place like Aurangabad. That was his. I think it was, and probably his biggest contribution to the film would be Aurangabad. And when we went there, I could see everything that Nikhil has been saying for years, because many a times in private conversations we've been talking about, "Are you are from Pune? I am from Aurangabad." You won't understand the difference. And when we did visit Aurangabad, I exactly got to know what he was saying. For me, it was also about what Vaibhav said about the healing part. I think that was the one thing that probably held me most with the story, because I think all of us have gone through extreme ups, extreme downs. We've broken, we've gotten into millions of pieces, and sometimes we need to allow ourselves to find that healing, allow someone to enter your life and let that person or let that event heal you. And which again connects with the whole idea of the title of the film, where when the rains come and when it's a pressure cooker situation where finally everything just explodes, but you need to allow yourself to heal, and that process is really beautiful, which again is the tagline of the film also, which is healing is beautiful. So connecting for me was on different things. Was there's a father-son relationship. I think a father-son relationship, again, I had a very open father-son relationship. We would talk about everything, but I think it's a very weird relationship, a father-son relationship. And as a son grows, that weirdness keeps on compounding. And there comes a point where everything again breaks down, but it is for the good, because then all the barriers, all that pent-up frustration, anger towards each other, fulfillment, unfulfillment, all of that just breaks, and that relationship takes a different meaning. So that was something which I related a lot. And for me, again, another thing, without giving away too many of the spoilers, is one thing I've really personally dealt with a lot is the idea of death, the idea of dying, the idea of the fear of not necessarily myself dying, but of someone else who I love dying. And what would I feel like if I would feel responsible for it? That is a personal demon which I deal with even when I'm going to sleep, for that matter. So there was also some kind of healing, again, for me through this story. So there were many points on which we tried to touch and tried to talk about. The ones that hit me home the most are these ones. Yeah.
So very interestingly, like this, your story is in Aurangabad, and then you are from Pune, but you go to Aurangabad. Also in the film, a character travels to Aurangabad. In Akshay's story, there is some kind of displacement from, this kid who suddenly kind of travels from Pune to another place like Goa. Then in Trushant is trying to say something very, very close to his place, which he feels that is completely in disguise. No one knows about it. In Nachiket, trying to go back to his childhood, where he used to go to his parents or like grandparents' house, and trying to explore that atmosphere of that village. And Chittaranjan is trying to kind of talk about like even these shifts. Even a character comes back to her parents' house, so there's also this a kind of migration. So I think this whole theme of like going back to something is I can really see this it's emerging, and I think it's very important because we are constantly in search of understanding who we are, and that is a space is a very, very interesting metaphor. This whole in the world, actually, this migration, like the forced migration, voluntary migration, is something that people are dealing with. So this kind of a like a commonality between your films is very exciting. So I would like to ask Akshay that when you think of an idea, what comes to you first? Like, is it the story, or is it like an image, or is it like a form? And especially what happened in Sthalapuran? What came to you first? And also another thing that you have used this form very beautifully. These slates, like his diary, and they come on the full screen. So like how did you kind of come to that form? So
basically, a genesis of any idea or any project is like I see some kind of imagery, or it is very mysterious process for me. I feel like for Sthalapuran, it started with a rain actually. Wanted to shoot rain in a various pattern, and various patterns of rain in Konkan region. Like rain is like on an empty screen there is a just vast landscape, but and suddenly a rain starts to appearing on screen. So this was the first image which came into mind, and it started with the with that one particular image. And then I was like, story as such, there was not a proper screenplay as such. There was some notes, and what not to do was always clear in my mind. So was just jotting down the memories and trying to explore and trying to go and find various locations as much as possible. And during the location recce or a test shooting process, was trying to discover the I would say it's a poetic journey of a space and time. When it got world premiere at Berlin, they asked to translate Sthalapuran into their language. So they were finding a name to Sthalapuran, and they couldn't get it. So finally they said that we have decided to give a name in their language, Zweit and Raum, which is a space and time. So they just translated it as a space and time. So it's a poetic journey of a space and time through a child's perspective. I would say that, yeah.
Very interestingly, in all your films, the casting is something which is very very interesting element in all your films actually. So Trushant, you have decided not to take any, so to say, like the mainstream actors, and you worked with like the entire cast from that region and from Zadipatti. I think it's a very, very brave decision for the first film, especially. I really want to congratulate you for sticking to that decision of not having these established names, but sticking to your conviction. Because many times when you're making the first film, people really want to kind of impose their ideas, their insecurities onto you. So how did you kind of really resist that impression, or that the kind of like this influences? And how did you do this casting? What was your casting process? Because this main actors, everybody in your film, they really look there is some kind of a very genuine feel about them. You don't feel that they are from somewhere and they're acting, and even that man who towards the end there is this character which comes who is telling the junk things. So even these very small characters in your film, you have really chosen them very well. So if you can talk about it.
Yes. So it's all about feelings. When I worked in Zadipati, I was in like 7th standard. So जब मैं वहाँ पे काम कर रहा था, तो like वहाँ पे हर कोई म्हणजे आपल्या आपल्या पद्धतीने खूप प्रामाणिकपणे तिथं काम करत होता. आणि ज्या पद्धतीनं मी बाहेरच्या पर्स्पेक्टिव्हनी त्या लोकांना ऑब्झर्व करत होतो, तर त्या लोकांसाठी तेवढं सिरियस क्राफ्ट होता. पण माझ्यासाठी जेव्हा मी ऑब्झर्व करत होतो, तर मला खूप मजा यायची की अरे हे एवढं लाऊड कसं काय करू शकतात, अरे हे एवढं लाऊड कसं काय बोलू शकतात. म्हणजे अभिनयाचा एक दुसराच झोन आहे हा. म्हणजे जे नाटक आपण आतापर्यंत बघितलेत, म्हणजे प्रायोगिक रंगभूमीवरती किंवा व्यावसायिक नाटक जे बघितले, तर हा जो फॉर्म होता तो खूप डिफरंट होता. आणि त्यासाठी जेव्हा मी फिल्म लिहत होतो आणि त्या लिहायच्या आधी मी जेव्हा रिसर्च करत होतो या सब्जेक्टवरती, तर तेव्हाच मी डिसाईड केलं, कारण ज्या रिजनवरती करतोय आपण, ज्या कल्चरवरती करतोय, तर मातीतला वास असतो हा नेहमी. तर मला या सिनेमामध्ये झाडीपट्टीवरती जर मी फिल्म करतोय, तर तिथलेच लोक जास्त त्याला न्याय देऊ शकतील. जर मी दुसऱ्या रिजनचे ऍक्टर्स घेऊन गेलो असतो, तर मला नाही वाटत की मी त्या सब्जेक्टला जस्टिफाय केलं असेल. तर त्यामुळे जेव्हा आम्ही डिसाईड केलं की फिल्म करायची आहे, तर आम्ही पूर्ण प्रोसेसला म्हणजे त्यात 90% ऍक्टर्स हे ऍक्टर्स नाहीयेत. म्हणजे झाडीपट्टीत काम करणारे लोक आय थिंक 30% असतील आणि 70% पूर्ण त्या गावातले लोक आहेत. कारण जी ऑथेंटिसिटी होती त्या लोकांमध्ये आणि ज्या पद्धतीने ते बोलायचे, कारण झॉलिवूड या सिनेमामध्ये भाषा पण खूप वेगळी आहे आणि ती भाषा ॲक्युरेट तशी यावी. आणि ते म्हणजे त्या सिनेमाचा पर्स्पेक्टिव्ह आम्ही असा तयार केला होता की जर कोणी सिनेमा बघतोय तर त्या जगात जावं, त्या जगात जाऊन त्याला ते जग दिसावं. तर त्यासाठी ही कास्टिंग प्रोसेस, आणि कास्टिंग प्रोसेसमध्ये खूप टफ होतं आमच्यासाठी, कारण त्या लोकांना अभिनय येत नव्हता, एवढा मोठा कॅमेरा, एवढं मोठं क्रू. तर त्याआधी आमचे ऍक्टर्स बरोबर वर्कशॉप झालेत आणि वर्कशॉपमध्ये मग त्यांना हळूहळू त्या गोष्टी कळत गेल्या की कसं परफॉर्म करायचं, काय करायचं. आणि शूट आम्ही 20 दिवसात कम्प्लीट केलं पूर्ण फिल्मचं. आणि तो खूप मोठा चॅलेंज होता की सगळे नवीन ऍक्टर्स आणि तेही 20 दिवसात कम्प्लीट करायचे. पण ज्यावेळेस ते परफॉर्म करायचे, तर त्यावेळेस त्यांनाही कळत नव्हतं की ते परफॉर्म काय करत आहे. पण जेव्हा मी टेक करायचो आणि जेव्हा मी ते मॉनिटरवरती बघायचो, तर ते मला फील व्हायचं की हा हेच हवंय आपल्याला. तर त्यामुळे ही प्रोसेस ऍक्टर्सला, रिअल ऍक्टर्सला कास्ट करण्याची खूप भारी होती या फिल्ममध्ये.
Vaibhav, I quite like your. Of course, the main actors are fantastic, but the other actors, I really like the girlfriend of the main character. Also, this boy who like his room partner. So, like the side actors, I think that it's a very good casting, and you can talk about, because I really feel that many times in our films, the main actors are properly cast, and the side actors always kind of feel that like that kind of rigor is not being put, and I'm very happy that you put that kind of thought in the casting. So if you can talk about this casting process and whether you really kind of like looked for different faces, what is your process of casting?
With June, it was I won't say it's simple, but it was made simple because we had someone as a casting director. His name is Rohan Mapuskar. I think 90% of the job was made easy because of him. He found the girlfriend for us. He found the Neil's roommate for us. He found everyone that needs to be all the jigsaw puzzles. I think he just perfectly fit. Also, having said that, मी पटकन जरा मराठीत बोलतो म्हणजे पटपट बोलतो तुम्हाला. रोहनने औरंगाबादला जाऊन त्या सगळ्या तिथल्या लोकांचं कास्टिंग केलं. तिथे जाऊन तिथल्या सगळा जो ऐवज आहे जशा प्रकारे ते यायला हवंय त्याचा गंध त्यांना काढणं आणि जे आता तृषांत म्हणाला आय थिंक परफेक्ट. आणि तृषांतचं सुद्धा मी प्रोसेस सुरुवातीला पाहिली होती. तृषांत खूप स्लायली आता पटकन साईडने निघून गेला. स्वतः कास्टिंग डिरेक्टर आहे आणि खूप चांगलं कास्टिंग तो करतो. न्यूटनचं कास्टिंग त्यांनी केलं होतं, त्यामुळे मला त्याच्या कॅलिबरवर काहीच डाऊट नाही. सिमिलर प्रोसेस आय थिंक जून मध्ये आम्ही फॉलो केली. रेशम जी आहे, जी सिद्धार्थची गर्लफ्रेंड प्ले करते, शी वॉज अ फाइंड. It was her first film also. So she was also craving, that whole thing with the first films. I think many of us, all the HODs or most of the actors, the guy that is playing Siddharth's roommate in the film, I think everyone's first film. So that hunger was one thing. The other part was how they performed. Okay, so auditions and stuff we did take, but त्याच्यात एक म्हणजे की कास्टिंग डिरेक्टरचं असणं, इतकी वर्ष आम्ही जेव्हा केव्हा मी असोसिएट म्हणून काम केलंय किंवा बऱ्याचदा स्वतः डिरेक्शन टीम आणि डिरेक्टर एकत्र येऊन पिन पॉइंट करून किंवा यांना भेटूयात यांना बोलवूयात आणि वर्ड टाकूयात आणि आपणच ऑडिशन्स घेऊयात. हे आतापर्यंत होत होतं. एक थोडासा पॅराडाइम शिफ्ट जो झालाय तो एक चांगल्या अर्थी पण होतोय आय थिंक इन मराठी. सो रोहन सारखं कोणीतरी जे सापडलंय आम्हाला आय थिंक त्यांनी, आणि तृषांत आहेच. So त्यांनी खूप फरक पडला.
Yeah, nice. So I can hear this. I can see this 45-minute alert by Richie's kind of alerting us. But let it be. I think we can just talk because we are enjoying talking. So if whatever people can just see how much ever they can sustain. So Nachiket, if you can talk about the like this kid in your film, there is like a kind of slur which is supposed to be in his speech, and it's very difficult to kind of the kids, they definitely have a certain kind of innocence, and like they are not many times bothered about camera. But having a particular kind of a attribute to a character is very difficult. So how did you manage this slur in the speech of your main character?
To be honest, I don't know if we have managed as well as we would have liked to be honest. The first thing is the kid was not Marathi speaking. He was a Gujarati kid. But I knew that he had very few lines and he was going to get dubbed, like he could get dubbed anywhere. So he was the best actor we found, so we kind of went ahead with him. The issue was, and that this was a huge learning curve for me, that I learned to trust the kid much later in the film than I should have. Initially, I was giving him very, very strict directions, like, walk ahead for 10 steps, look left, look right, smile, walk out, things like that. And there was this one particular scene where he was supposed to cry, and I had no idea how to direct him, and I just let him be, not knowing whether he would be able to cry. And he just started and it moved me so much that I went to check on him later after the shot if he was okay. It was that genuine, and that kind of taught me to trust him, and that taught me basically to start trusting the actors a little bit more. So that was it. But regarding the slur specifically, I had in my head a very rhythmic slur. Nowhere in my film was I trying to be very realistic. It is all a little exaggerated, a little stylized or fanciful. So I had, but that didn't communicate through. Eventually, I think it worked out, but it's not exactly what I had in my head that got translated onto the screen, is what I would say.
Okay. Giri sir, you have worked with Ashwini, like one of our friends, and your wife as the main protagonist in your film. Like directing a wife in the film is, I'm sure, must be a different task. But of course, both of you are like very good actors. You've worked together as actors, and now you're in a director's position, and you're directing Ashwini. She's a fantastic actor. there are very beautiful moments in the film. The relationship obviously has worked because perhaps she also understands what you are looking for. But even the sister and their kind of body language is very interesting. And so how was many times the directors, how they kind of work with actors, and an actor working with actors is different. So how would you describe your process of working with actors?
स्क्रिप्ट जब सोचा ना, जैसे ही स्क्रिप्ट मेरे दिमाग में आई, उसी समय कास्टिंग भी आ गई कि ये तो फर्स्ट स्टेप क्या था, स्क्रिप्ट जब ग्रो कर रहा था तो उसी के साथ कैरेक्टर को भी जोड़ दिया मैंने. मेरा प्रोसेस ये है कि इम्प्रोवाइजेशन और बैकग्राउंड और सारा कुछ कि कैसे आप इसको करोगे, आपकी कहानी क्या है, और वो गिव एंड टेक करते करते हम लोगों ने स्क्रिप्ट पूरी बनाई. ऐसा नहीं कि मैंने सिर्फ स्टोरी लिखी पहले, फिर स्क्रीन प्ले मैंने कैमरामैन के साथ बैठ के लिखा, उसको थ्रो करता था देन, और उसी समय कास्टिंग भी हमारी साथ में पहले फाइनल हो गई. जैसे 2 कैरेक्टर्स आए वो फाइनल हो गए कि इनको 2 को देना है. सिर्फ कौस्तुभ का कैरेक्टर फाइनल नहीं हो रहा था कि मैं किससे करवाऊं. तो प्रोसेस क्या था, 2 एक्टर का गिव एंड टेक हो रहा था, डायरेक्टर एक्टर का गिव एंड टेक नहीं हो रहा था. और वो तीनों एक्टर्स के साथ मैं एज एन एक्टर और आप एक्टर हैं, अब कैसे हम बात करें, कैसे सिचुएशन बना है. तो पूरा प्रोसेस ये था. और वाइफ और हस्बैंड हम लोग को दिमाग में हमारे नहीं रहता क्योंकि हम दोनों ट्रेंड हैं और साथ में काम भी कर चुके हैं बहुत बार. तो सेट पे हम लोग, बल्कि मैं कई बार कहता था मुझे ये चाहिए, ये हो नहीं रहा है, तो कैसे करें. तो मैं कभी करके नहीं दिखाता हूँ, मैं सिर्फ सिचुएशन में मैं भी रहता हूँ, आप भी हैं, अब उसको एक्सप्लोर करते हैं कैसे होगा. मुझे भी नहीं मालूम कहाँ जाने वाला है, ये क्या होगा. तो इस तरह से हम लोगों ने मोमेंट जो है उसके क्रिएट किए हुए हैं जो सामने है. तो एक्टर का गिव एंड टेक है, डायरेक्टर एक्टर का है नहीं, और मेरी शायद आगे की फिल्म में भी ऐसा ही होगा.
ये जो सुरुद जो एक we briefly talked about this whole thing of खुद को माफ करना, and like in a way it's basically coming out from the guilt of something. So and there's also a kind of like a depression or some kind of a haunting thing which keeps happening in both the characters' mind. So where did this whole idea, and also it's in a way what I felt while watching your film is there are lots of things which this time is kind of imposing on us. How did you kind of come to this idea, and what were you really kind of trying to put forward, like in this whole coming to terms with the guilt that one has?
I think we were trying to deal with majorly with these 2 characters who are at different points of their life. One thing that we talked about was that where the character of Neil or the Siddharth Menon is, and at what point does Neha enter into his life? At what stage of the healing process is she at? So we had to see their 2 journeys parallelly, and how Neha, being the one who is much ahead in the journey, in that journey of healing, identifies that there might be a problem here, and in a way she takes 2 steps back and she comes and then she pulls along Siddharth with her on that journey, because somewhere she is maybe 10 steps ahead of him in that process. So for us I think that was one major journey of the 2 characters that we were looking at in terms of their healing processes. And then everything that came in between. From Neil's side, it may be his relationship with his girlfriend, which is at a very crucial juncture, or his relationship with his father, which is at a crucial juncture. Vis-a-vis Neha's husband, the relationship that she has with her marital status. Somewhere she is already seeing what is going to happen to the character of Neil, which is why she is coming back and very consciously trying to pull him away. So there is this one scene at in front of that darwaza, of that Rangin darwaza, where in a way she sees it solves an issue or it solves a conundrum in her mind as to why her husband might be the way he is through how Neil is behaving. So and that line is very important when what she says, that sometimes when we are telling someone something, we are also hearing it. सो आपण एक गोष्ट जेव्हा इतर कोणाला तरी सांगत असतो तेव्हा आपण पण ती गोष्ट कुठेतरी ऐकत असतो आणि त्या प्रवासामध्ये त्याला नीट करता करता किंवा त्याला हील करायची मदत करता करता ती स्वतः कुठेतरी हील होते. हे जे थोडस एक त्याला म्हणतो शब्द सापडत नाही आता, पण अननोईंगली नाही, पण त्या प्रवासाला जाता जाता तिचा पण एक प्रवास पूर्ण होतो. हे कुठेतरी कायम आमच्या त्या दोन्ही कॅरेक्टर्सच्या डोक्यात होतं की ते कुठल्या पॉइंटला आहेत त्या प्रोसेसच्या.
So just to kind of wrapping up the whole discussion, because it's we can really go on for one more hour, I'm sure, but I think that we can do some other time. But just to kind of wrapping up, when you make a film, when you the film is complete and you show the film, what is it that you are really looking for? What are you yearning for? Akshay, if you can start this thing, what is it that you really yearn for as a filmmaker?
First of all, I try to detach from after completion of the film. I never look at the film once it's done, it's DCP or the final product done. Then I prefer to not to sit with the audience or something. What I yearn for, that then I'm trying to create a world. I would like to travel through that world, that I'll summarize it in a short way. That through my films, there are two films. One film who try to replicate the world around us, and one type of film there where we are trying to create our own world in a 90 minutes or whatever time we have decided to create. So I would like to audience to take a part and travel through the time and just be there and experience the experience which we are trying to create. Yeah, and I would like to also add a thing that it's like a complete individualistic process, rather than not a mathematical. Like if Vaibhav is watching and then if Trushant is watching, then they might feel two different films, and that is okay for me. It's and both responses should be from a completely different polar experiences, and that is fine. So it should come and it should goes to the closer to the experience of music, I would say, or a poem, like in an individualistic way, so everyone can interpret in their own way and try to relate their own experience with the experience through which we are creating through the film.
Yeah, thanks. Tushant, in your film, towards the end, there is this street play, and then they're talking about this whole issue of Dalits and how they are treated in our country, and then Baba Saheb Ambedkar. So there's also a kind of a political understanding that you have. Perhaps you're trying to put it through your film, and it's also, there is this art form which is in a way kind of neglected by Maharashtra, and so something you're also kind of trying to say that this also exists along with whatever you're watching. So in a way you are also kind of addressing these political social issues in your film. And I'm sure that it's not it is not something which has come there parazar. It is a very conscious decision, something that you really feel and that you have put forward in the film. So again, the same question what Akshay was I asked Akshay, what is it that you really want to achieve when you finish a film, and when someone is watching your film, what is it that you're looking for?
So first of all, as a filmmaker, I have responsibility about society. So फिल्म करायची आहे आणि ही म्हणून फक्त करायची आहे म्हणून नाही करायची होती मला. तर ती ज्या पद्धतीनं, म्हणजे सिनेमा एक असं माध्यम आहे की ज्या पद्धतीनं एंटरटेनमेंटच्या माध्यमातून मी माझ्या भावना हे सिनेमाच्या माध्यमातून बोलू शकतो, पोहोचवू शकतो. म्हणजे 10 भाषणातनं ज्या गोष्टी लोकांच्या डोक्यात जात नाही, तर एका सिनेमाच्या आणि एंटरटेनमेंटच्या माध्यमातून ती जास्त डोक्यात वर्क करेल. आणि ज्या भागातनं हा विषय येतोय, तर तो भाग म्हणजे तिथे एंटरटेनमेंटचं साधनच नाहीये. आणि त्या गोष्टी म्हणजे तिथं आजपर्यंत ज्या क्लासमध्ये लोक काम करत आहेत, तर त्या लोकांना अचिव्हमेंट हे माहीतच नाहीये. म्हणजे एंटरटेनमेंट ते दूरच राहिलं, पण त्यांना पुढं काय होणार आहे हे पण माहिती नाही. म्हणजे त्यांचं शेती आणि आपलं काम फक्त, याच्या व्यतिरिक्त त्या 4 जिल्ह्याच्या बाहेर म्हणजे वर्ल्डच नाहीये. तर मला ॲज अ फिल्म मेकर म्हणून, आणि हा सिनेमा यासाठी बनवले की किमान जी कला आजपर्यंत खंडित ठेवली होती, म्हणजे एका कोपऱ्यामध्ये अशी सोडून दिली होती, तर ती लोकांपर्यंत पोहोचली पाहिजे. आणि त्या म्हणजे पॉलिटिकल जे टाकण्यात आलं, तर असं नाही की मला त्या गोष्टी स्वतःहून टाकायच्या होत्या. तर ज्या रिजन मधनं येतोय मी, तर त्या रिजन मध्ये या गोष्टी घडतायत. आणि या फक्त त्या रिजन मध्येच नाही, तर ऑल ओव्हर इंडियामध्ये घडतायत, त्या पूर्ण भारतात त्या गोष्टी घडताय. आणि त्या गोष्टी बोलण्यासाठी एक माझ्याकडे साधन आहे, तो आहे सिनेमा. तर मला वाटतं की या सिनेमातनं कला तर पोहोचलीच पाहिजे, पण जे माझे प्रॉब्लेम आहेत, जे माझ्या अराउंड ज्या प्रॉब्लेम सुरू आहेत, त्या प्रॉब्लेम्स मधनं सोल्युशन काय आपण देऊ शकतो, तर मला वाटतं की ते या सिनेमातनं पोहोचेल.
Nachiket, you have tried to create a completely colorful world, which is little away from the real, so to say, mundane world. So this like creation of a new world is every filmmaker's kind of a prerogative, or like an opportunity to create a new world. What do you kind of, when you make a film, what is it that you're trying? Like what is your thrust while making a film?
It's a complex question. I feel there are times when I feel really jealous of filmmakers like Tushant, who seems so deep rooted in his culture and can speak about his culture. I don't feel so deep rooted in any culture. I feel like such a metro kid that I don't know where I'm rooted in at times. So I couldn't have gone to realism in this film because I did not have any sense of realism of that space. It was just what I'd heard, and that it was my reality of it. And it seemed like an adventure and like a fantasy to me, and it was my reality of it. What I expect from films, that has drastically changed from the first film to the second film. After my first film, I was just hoping for acceptance and a little bit of appreciation. Here I've tried to experiment, and I feel freer right now to continue doing that, trying to do new things and things that I haven't done before, to push my boundaries specifically. And there will be times where I will do the things I've done before for various reasons. But I would like to keep coming back to this, where I keep pushing myself.
चित्तरंजन, आप ये दो बहनों की कहानी है एक तरीके से, और उनमें जो एक टूटा हुआ नाता है वो फिर से एक तरीके से जुड़ने की कहानी है. तो आपको इस नाते को आप देखना चाहते हो, ये जैसे, और एक नाते का भी एक अवकाश होता है, एक रिलेशनशिप का भी एक अवकाश होता है. और तो आप ये फिल्म जब बना रहे थे, तो एक फिल्म खत्म होने के बाद किस तरीके का एक मन में भाव तैयार हो, ऐसे कुछ आपने मतलब कोशिश की थी कि इस तरीके का कुछ एक मन में भाव तैयार हो? ये पहले आपको आपके मन में पहले से था, या ये करते करते आप एक्सप्लोर करते गए और आप फिल्म में अगेन द सेम क्वेश्चन कि आप फिल्म में क्या करना चाहते हैं, क्या क्या अचीव करना चाहते हैं?
नहीं, फ़िल्म अगर आप देखोगे जैसे आपने कहा कि उसमें एक मैसेज है ऑलरेडी, तो वो मैसेज तो था, कहानी लिखते समय भी था। लेकिन कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी हुई जो सेट पे हुई कि मैं ये सीन ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करना चाहता हूँ और ये मैसेज जो है इससे बेहतर आ सकता है। तो जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा कि ये वैल्यूज़ की बात करता है, सेल्फ रियलाइज़ेशन की बात करता है, पुराने नए संस्कार की बात करता है। पूना में एक कमरे में मैं ब्रह्मांड दिखा रहा हूँ। वो सोच के मैं कैसे दिखाऊँ? एक ही कमरा है, कैसे करूँ उसके अंदर? तो ये सारा जो चैलेंज था, वो जब मैं करता गया और धीरे-धीरे, ये मेरे अकेले की बात नहीं थी, ये पूरी टीम जो मेरे साथ है। अनिकेत, हर्ष गुप्ता जो कैमरामैन है, और ख़ास तौर से एक्टर्स जो जिनके साथ मैं 15 दिन की वर्कशॉप पहले की, फ़िल्म शुरू होने से पहले, क्योंकि स्क्रिप्ट के साथ ही उनको इन्वॉल्व कर लिया था मैंने। तो कुछ चीज़ें बदल गई, बेहतर बदली, लेकिन जो मैं चाह रहा था वो तो आया है फ़िल्म में, जो मैं देख रहा हूँ। पर मुझे ये नहीं है कि अब जो आया है वो मुझे वापस चाहिए, नहीं मुझे वापस नहीं चाहिए। मुझे वो लोगों तक पहुँचाना है, और जो ये आप लोग हैं या फेस्टिवल्स हैं, मैंने उन्हीं के लिए फ़िल्म बनाई थी। मैंने ये नहीं सोचा था कि मैं इसको बेचूँगा, मैंने ये नहीं सोचा था कि मैं इसको ये करूँगा। मुझे एक क्रिएटिव सैटिस्फैक्शन या एक कहानी मेरे माइंड में आती है, मैं उसको एक्सप्लोर करता हूँ, बिना किसी परवाह के। कहीं एक्टिंग कर ली, कुछ पैसा मिला, उसको मैंने लगा दिया। तो ये थॉट्स के साथ मैंने कुछ क्रिएट किया और आज एक प्लेटफ़ॉर्म पे ये है, मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है। दैट्स इट। बस मैं इतना ही चाहता हूँ कि एक स्टेप ये बढ़ता रहे, और जो मैं कहना चाह रहा हूँ, एक औरत की जो यात्रा है वो बहुत मुश्किल होती है। फ़िल्म में जैसे मैंने शुरू में ही कहा कि वैल्यूज़ की बात जब आप करते हैं, तो कैसे चीज़ें बदल जाती हैं। हम बातें करते हैं लेकिन वक़्त और समय बदलता रहता है और वो चीज़ें बदल जाती हैं। तो वो कहने की जो कोशिश की है मैंने, क्योंकि एक जब लास्ट का जो एक सीन है कि आप एक औरत को देख रहे हैं लेकिन वहाँ 4 और हैं जो दिखाई नहीं दे रही हैं। कहानी में 2 ही 3 लोग हैं, और लोग भी हैं। तो कई बार वो चलते-चलते रास्ते में होता है। बहुत ज़्यादा फिक्स भी नहीं करना चाहिए कि ऐसे ही होगा। तो वो एक प्रोसेस था जिसमें जो मैं मैसेज देना चाह रहा हूँ वो पहुँचा है। कुल मिला के ऐसे।
Thank you. Surud, again, the similar kind of thing. What is what in a way you also said कि it's also your process of coming out of the a certain kind of a sense of guilt. So एक कोई भी process of filmmaking in a way it also puts you in trouble, but it also heals you, because this process is so difficult in a way to complete a film. It's a process of constantly convincing so many people what you are feeling, and in that process it just puts you on test. Like every time you have to take a decision, you have to think about why you are taking a particular decision. So in a way it grills you, this whole process. So what is this process as a director, as a first filmmaker, what this process did to you, and did you get healed in a way?
First of all, because it's a first film and I've been on sets many times, but in different capacity. So I thought that it would be easier, but it wasn't. So for me, assuming the role of a director was a totally different challenge than what I had envisioned when I was on the other side of the camera. So for me, but I was in a way fortunate because I was in my comfort zone. Like I was with people who allowed me to also make mistakes. Like there are some scenes that that are there in the film which are like whenever that scene comes up, we all collectively abuse each other and it was primarily my mistake. So I know which that scene is, which I'm not going to tell anyone, of course. But we all know which that scene is. So for me, I've made a lot of mistakes in this process. I think all of us, because it was our first film, it's totally different, and we made a lot of mistakes. So after the film is over, for me, and for all of us, I think the gratification was when we had the first screening. because there have been too many times when, even before this film, that we all think that we've made a fantastic film. But it's not important. I mean, at the end of the day, when an audience sees it, at least for me, that is when the film is complete. And that story has been fully told. So when we showed the film to the audiences who didn't know anything about the film, who were not even connected to us, completely non-sympathetic responses that we got, and the way that they responded to the film, in a way, everyone heaved a sigh of relief, because till that point, we didn't know how it is going to be received, and if what we are trying to tell, we have been able to tell it effectively or not. So right till the end, we were, and even now, because not many people have seen it, there is going to be a moment of truth when this film is going to be out on OTT, hopefully in a month or two, and that is when everyone will see it, and we are going to see all the comments on social media. And but in a way, we've थोडेसे आम्ही ते कोडगे झालोय त्या बाबतीत सुद्धा, कारण आधीच्या फिल्म ज्या केल्यात त्याच्यामध्ये यू माइट ऑल्सो रिमेंबर की थिएटरमधून बाहेर आल्या आम्हाला शिव्या लोकांनी घातल्यात पकडून. तर त्यामुळे माझ्याकरता तरी द जर्नी अँड द हिलिंग प्रोसेस इज स्टील ऑन, बिकॉज पीपल हॅव नॉट वॉच द फिल्म. आणि जेव्हा लोक फिल्मला रिस्पॉन्ड करतील आणि त्यांना आवडेल किंवा नाही आवडणार, जे काय होईल, किंवा आम्हाला जे छोटे छोटे नुआन्सेस त्यातून मांडायचे होते, ते नुआन्सेस पोचलेत की नाही हे आम्हाला एकदा कळलं की मग कुठेतरी ही जर्नी पूर्ण होईल असं मला वाटतंय. अजून चालूच आहे ती.
Vaibhav, the first film is in a way over. So, of course, it's a great feeling to complete a film, but it's also in a way pushes you to kind of start thinking of, like, to your next. So, obviously, I'm sure that Nachiket and Trushant and Chittaranjan, Surud, Akshay, we are already thinking of this new film that you will be making. So, we always feel that, like, the mistakes that we made in the previous film, we won't make the same mistakes. We'll make different mistakes in the new film. So, if you want to kind of change certain things, and like this you won't do in the second film, what would those things be?
I think beginning was perhaps the most difficult. So I think that is done. After this, whatever I do is, I'll be very proud of those mistakes. असं मला म्हणायला हरकत नाही. मी आणि सुरुद एकत्रच करणार असू तर फारच मजा, कारण मग आम्ही ब्लेम शेअर करू शकू. काय नाही करणार मी, what mistakes would I not? You know what? So thinking about an answer for this, it has been 2 years since we've shot it. We did the post in the whole pandemic thing, and we've just waited on to things to just go ahead. So set varcha mistakes, the things that have happened while shooting, while in the while in the post, everything is so long gone, and everything is now so with the pandemic ते सगळं धुसर आहे. It's little foggy for me to come up with what mistakes I would not do. I think I'll take them as they come. So I think तसंच जब आएंगी तब होंगी तब देखते हैं क्या करना है.
Normally in all these platforms, whenever they call the filmmakers and then they start talking about the commerce, what people should be talking to the producers, they generally start talking about why your films are not getting money, why they are not being sold, why they can't be seen. So, and many of these forums, I'm like really sad that why people are actually not talking about the films and the content to the filmmakers, and why are they talking always about why the films are not making too much money. And in Marathi cinema, in a way, right now, I think there is something that really needs to be done with all the filmmakers, because our films are not like the way South Indian films are being made, the way their presence on these platforms like OTT platforms. The Marathi films are still kind of struggling their ways to be there, and this whole economics of Marathi films is a completely different kind of thread. We are trying to figure out what is the way where we can make the films that we want to make with freedom, where we don't have to compromise, where we don't have to kind of. I think the great thing of Marathi films in all these 5 films is the content is completely uncorrupt. There is nothing that is made for a certain kind of like wanting to have a mass audience, and that is something which is a very unique in that sense, a quality of Marathi cinema, where they might not be making like huge profits. There might not be like really like extravagant kind of success, apparent success, but we are still trying to make our own films. We are still trying to be truthful to what we want to make, and that is something that I really want all of us to cherish, and then also think of how that voice, how these voices of our films still reach out to larger audiences, and they watch our films. So with that, I really feel very, very grateful that I could meet you all today, and thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Congratulations for completing your wonderful films, and I hope we really start making our films, and this pandemic kind of ends soon. So cheers and congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Umesh.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thank
NYFM.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.